Yes lads, how are we doing? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel, and today I'm bringing you guys the Crystal Palace versus Leicester City match preview. So today guys, I'm bringing the match preview for the game on Sunday where Leicester travelled down to SELHURST Park to take on Crystal Palace in the Premier League. But before we get into it, make sure a big thumbs up down below on today's video if you're going to enjoy this Crystal Palace versus Leicester match preview. Subscribe if you haven't seen my face on your screen before, because you're on the road to 1,000 YouTube subscribers. So hit that subscribe button guys for your Premier League content, Leicester content and football content on the channel just like this one. We're getting so close to 600 subscribers, so hit that subscribe guys if you haven't already, because it is much appreciated. While you're down there, make sure to my channel post notifications so you never miss any future videos on the channel just like this one. Follow my social medias, they'll be down there. Links there will be in the description down below. So go for my Instagram, Snapchat and Twitter. Like I said, links in the description to them. Let me know your thoughts on the game, your prediction in the comment section down below. So starting off today's match preview, we are going to be talking about our opposition for the game on Sunday where we travel down to SELHURST Park, and it's obviously Crystal Palace. And sadly, I haven't got a Crystal Palace fan, so I'm just going to talk a little about Crystal Palace, talk about the Crystal Palace side of the match preview. But yeah, let's get into the Palace side of the match preview. So it's been a very good start to the season for Roy Hodgson's men. They sit in 6th place in the Premier League table, so the game on Sunday, it's going to be no pushover at all. They got a good point last time out at the Emirates against Arsenal, and they also picked up points against West Ham and Norwich most recently. So the game on Sunday is not going to be easy. Palace are in very good form, and I can see it being a very tough game on Sunday. Jordan Ayew is one of the main threats for Crystal Palace. Obviously, no one really expecting him to do good this season, but he stepped up to the mark. He got goals last time out against Arsenal. He scored against United away. So Jordan Ayew is going to be a big danger man, and we've got to try and keep him quiet in the game. Obviously, Wilfred Zaha and Andros Townsend are all good threats. Luka Milivojevic is a very good striker of the ball. And overall, it's going to be a tricky game on Sunday. The only team to beat Crystal Palace at SELHURST Park this season has been Manchester City, so it's going to be a very tough game on Sunday, and hopefully we can get the 3 points, but I'm more thinking of a draw or something, because Crystal Palace have showed good form at home so far this season, and it's a very tough place to get. Obviously good atmosphere, and I'm sure there'll be a good atmosphere on Sunday at SELHURST Park. Obviously with the ultras in the corner, it's a very enclosed stadium, so it's going to be very difficult to pick up the points, and especially if Palace start well, it's going to be an uphill task from them if they do start well and maybe get an early goal or something. But that's it for the Crystal Palace side of the match preview. So let's get into the Leicester side of the match preview. So last time out for Leicester in the Premier League, we won 9-0 yet away from home at St Mary's. That seems a long time ago. Obviously most recently getting a 3-1 win in the cup against Burton. Obviously both performances was very good. The Southampton one was obviously better, obviously winning 9-0. The Burton performance away from home wasn't the best of performances, but as long as we got the result, we have Everton away next up in the cup. So thank God it isn't Manchester City, but it's still a tough tie. Obviously Man City gets Oxford, you know. But it was a decent performance against Burton, obviously very good against Southampton. Our form recently has been very good, obviously getting the 3 points against Burnley, and the only team we lost to in October is Liverpool, and that's just not getting to that Mane playing a penalty. Obviously the Foxes sit in 3rd place in the Premier League tables. Hopefully we can keep that up with a decent run of fixtures coming up. After Crystal Palace and Arsenal it gets way easier, so hopefully we can keep that up. Against Crystal Palace, obviously them sitting in 6th, if they beat us they're going to get even closer to us. Hopefully we can maintain in the top 4 position and keep on grinding away each game at a time. But now focusing on the game itself on Sunday at SELHURST Park, and our record against Crystal Palace is not very good. Last season we lost 1-0 at SELHURST Park, and we lost 4-1 at home in Club World's last game, and the season before that we lost 3-0 at home and 5-0 at SELHURST Park. So our record has been absolutely shocking against Crystal Palace. They're probably our bogey team in the Premier League, so it's going to be a very tough game, and obviously going to Crystal Palace, Leicester fans don't really expect anything, but under Brendan Rodgers it's completely different. There's a lot of optimism around the club, so hopefully we got there and get another 3 points on the board. I'm expecting us to pick up at least a throw, but go for the 3 points and be the dominant side away from home. Obviously it's going to be a tough game away from home at SELHURST Park, but with our recent results we sit in 3rd place. I'm confident that we can go to SELHURST Park and get the 3 points and at least a point. The team's performing very well overall. Defensively we're strong, we've created a lot of chances as well. Obviously getting 9-0 and 9 goals, so you are creating a lot of chances. Jamie Vardy looks on form, so does Jose Perez. Obviously got the hat-trick against Southampton, so hopefully keep that good run of form going and maybe get an assist or a goal at SELHURST Park. Maddison is his usual self, creating a lot of chances. Tielemans has picked up his form as well recently, so overall it's all going in the right direction for Leicester, so hopefully he can get another 3 points on Sunday. So I'm going to go with a Crystal Palace 1, Leicester 2. I think it'd be a very tight game away from home, and entertaining one as well. I think it would be not high scoring, but there'd be lots of chances for both sides. I do think we'll concede. The likes of Jordan Ayew, Zaha and Townsend, I think it's going to be very difficult to keep the clean sheet at Selhurst Park. I think we'll pull through in the end. It'll be a narrow, hard-fought win to stay in the top 3. I do think Jamie Vardy will score, and I'm going to go with a Lcfc Paris to score. Obviously, them two got hat-tricks against Southampton, so hopefully they can keep their good run of form going on Sunday. But finally, now into my 1 to 11. So this is where I predict the side which I think Brendan will go to start on Sunday at Selhurst Park. To start off in goal, I'm going to go with Kasper Schmeichel, the club captain for the game. He is the captain now because Wes Morgan's not really getting a look in of the Premier League. Decent performance against Southampton, didn't really have too much to do. He's been a good keeper so far this season. Cleared up a little bit on his kicking, still not 100% though, but Schmeichel's been much better this season than that. Hopefully he can maybe keep a clean sheet, but like I said, I think Palace will score, so it's going to be tough for Kasper to keep a clean sheet. Moving into the back 4, starting off at right back with Ricardo Pereira. Started the season off very well, so hopefully Ricky can have another solid game, keep going with his attacking runs. Him and Kiel did that against Southampton, and that's why we scored so many goals away from home. So hopefully Ricky have a solid performance at right back. The 2 centre-backs with Kagalutson and Shoot, the first one. Obviously the main man so far this season, so hopefully he can keep a good run of form going. Obviously with Jordan Ayew up front, it's going to be hard to keep the clean sheet, so him and Johnny Evans need to have a very strong game. Like I said, Johnny Evans will be the other centre-back for me starting on Sunday. It's going to be hard to keep the clean sheet, but them two together need to have a good solid game next to each other. Maybe go forward, offer a bit of threat going forward, but I think we'll have a lot of possessions that are going to be on the ball a lot, creating chances. So hopefully them two can have a solid game. At left back, I'm going to go with Ben Chilwell. Obviously scored against Southampton, got 2 assists, brilliant performance from him last time out. After a pretty poor performance against Burnley, so hopefully he can kick on now clean Chile, keep going with his attacking runs. He did that against Southampton, like I said, that's why we scored 9 goals, so hopefully Chile can keep that going. Moving into midfield, starting off with Wilfred and Diddy in that central defensive role. Had a decent start to the season, so hopefully he can keep it going. He's going to be important in this game with the likes of Jordan Ayew, Wilfred Zaha. He needs to be helping out the defence and clearing it up. Moving in front of him, I'm going to go with Youri Tielemans. Obviously scored against Southampton. He's been involved in a lot of goals so far this season in the last couple of games. Didn't have the best start to the season, but he's really picked up his form now. He's been very good. Obviously scored against Burton in midweek as well, so he had a good performance there. The other centre mid, I'm going to go with James Maddison. Obviously scored against Burton, came off the bench when we were struggling, but that was good to see. Scored against Southampton as well, so hopefully he can keep his goals going, keep creating chances to the likes of Vardy and Perez. Hopefully Maddison can start. And finally into the front 3, so starting off in that left wing position with Harvey Barnes. Played very, very well against Southampton. Came on against Burton, looked really good, but didn't get any end product. He needs to really try and score because his end product is pretty poor. So hopefully he can clear up on that and get a few goals and more assists. But overall, Harvey started the season very well. Most recent games have been brilliant, so if he can keep that good run of form going. In the right wing position, I'm going to go with the Lcfc Perez. If he didn't score as many goals against Southampton, I probably would have said Michael Brighton and Demarai Gray would start. But he's straight in my lineup for Sunday. Obviously got the hat-trick against Southampton in a very good performance from him. Got his first goals in a hat-trick, so very good by Lcfc Perez. So hopefully he can get another goal. Like I said, I think he will score. Do a striker who I think will score. It is obviously the main man, Jamie Vardy. Got rested in midweek against Burton. Scored a hat-trick against Southampton, so hopefully he can score. Has a decent record against Crystal Palace, so hopefully he can score another goal against them. But that's it for the Crystal Palace versus Leicester match preview. Another game on Sunday, so expect the match review to be out by about 6 o'clock or something on Sunday. I'm not too sure it'll be out, but it will be out on Sunday after the game. Leave a like if you did enjoy today's video. Subscribe if you haven't seen my face on your screen before. Like I said, we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. We're nearly at 600 subscribers. Thanks for the support recently for all you guys subscribing. It does mean a lot, so keep subscribing if you are new to the channel. Follow my social medias, links in the description. Go for my Instagram, Snapchat and Twitter. I'm more frequent on them, so go and follow them if you want to, guys. But I've been Sportsa, and I'll see you all in my next video. Peace out.
Wait for the king. Make way for the kingdom. King me, checkmate then repeat. This chestnut checkers. What can I say? I got goat jeans. Real kings do king things. Live like one, breathe like one.